Hi everyone, this is Sharon once again, and I just wanted to take a few minutes of your time, and you can just watch this anytime again, and you can feel free to share with other friends on Facebook or anywhere on your social media. I just honestly just wanted to take a few minutes just to kind of share with you guys a little bit of information because I say a knowledgeable buyer or seller is a powerful buyer or seller. There's been some concerns to things that I've come across with different customers and clients that, especially on the seller side. And that's why today the topic of the day is going to be the things that you as a seller need to do or need to know rather before selling your home. And, at some point you might be a seller, you might be selling your home because either you want to downsize, you want to get a bigger house, or maybe it's not even you. Maybe it's your mom, your dad, your sister, any sibling, any family members. Maybe it's a friend of yours. And wouldn't you want your friend, your family member, whoever it is, or yourself to get the best service possible? Well, here's some things that every seller should know before even listing their home. The first thing to do is find yourself a trustworthy realtor. And when I say realtor, I actually mean a realtor and not an agent. And there's a difference between an agent and a realtor. Anybody that passes the real estate exam is an agent, but only, several agents are also realtors. And a realtor is a member of the National Association of Realtors, and it's held to higher standards and code of ethics that we have to make sure we abide. Also, in order to be realtors, we have to stay on top of the knowledge in the market and all of these new laws that keep getting added or amended. And you just you need to make sure that you have a top knowledgeable realtor when you're going to sell your home. And then in addition to that, just kind of know, how do they market your home? What is the plan before you actually sign a contract with them? Ask them about the plan. Ask them about, how are they planning on to market the home? Because it's so easy to just put up a sign in your front yard and just kind of like list your home and whatever. And, oftentimes, and this is the problem, that it's more common than y'all think. A lot of sellers, they just don't think about the market and the market value and what they can truly get for the home, and they just set on a number, okay? So oftentimes you ask the seller, so, you have a number in mind, and they just come up with an unrealistic number. Sometimes it's because they don't really know. Sometimes it's because they have previously talked to any other agents, and in the past they have listed for a set amount that is unrealistic, does not, the comps, they don't kind of like support that kind of price. And that's fine, you can list it. But what's going to happen if you list it at a price higher than the market really supports? So here's what's going to happen. What's going to happen is you're going to list your home for that price. A lot of people are not going to go and want to see your home. They're not going to want to schedule appointment showings. They may or may not show to the open houses because they're intimidated because the house is probably outside of the range. And they're concerned about if it's going to appraise in the future. If they buy this home now, say they're military or they're here for several years and they might want to resell, are they going to walk into equity or are they going to walk in the water? And then the other thing is, not everybody is a cash buyer. This is really important. So a lot of people, when they buy homes, a lot of buyers, they have financing contingency, okay? So if you're going to use a lender, the lender is going to request an appraisal. If the appraisal comes back lower than what you submitted, then you're either going to have to lower the price or you're never going to sell it, because then you're going to have to end that contract and somebody, the next buyer is going to come and then you're just going to do the same thing. You know what I mean? I hope that now you understand what I'm trying to say with this. So with this comes price it right. If you price it way too high, you're not going to get enough traffic. You're not going to get offers. But if you kind of know, if you get a knowledgeable realtor and then they run a CMA and the comps and everything, and then this is the price that it should go, and then maybe you even go a little under that, not only do you give them wiggle room, but then you also you then trigger a bidding war. And that's actually very common nowadays now in this market, when there's not a lot of inventory and there's a lot of buyers out there, they're starting to outbid other buyers. You know what I mean? And I did mention this in the other video that I filmed, and I just kind of wanted to say this again because I cannot say this enough. Like, you know, pricing your home right is key, is critical. If you price it too high, it's going to sit in the market. Then the days of market is going to continue to rise. And then you know what happens? I'm sure that you have been a buyer at some point, or you have known somebody that has tried to buy a house. And when they look now at the days in the market, they be like, oh, 130 days in the market. And then the first thought is what? What is wrong with the house? Why hasn't it sold? So these are things that you also need to look at when it's your time to sell your home, because now you've been a buyer and then you know how they're thinking, okay? Now, another thing is at this point, once you're selling your home, you need to think that it's no longer your home, because at this point you should be thinking, I'm just selling a home that I own, not my home. Because the buyers don't want to see you in the house. They just want to see the space, and they want to be able to visualize. They want to see their family or the couple or whatever it is that is going to buy the home, okay? They want to be able to see it. And how do you get this? Well, you know, there's a half rule kind of thing that you can leave the furniture, say, in a living room, and you can kind of take half the stuff that you have in the living room, half the stuff that you have in your TV console, half the stuff that you have in your closet, half the stuff that you have on your tables. And just leave like the things that make it look homey, cozy, that's not just to you. So you can leave like certain plants, not too many, you know, things that are decorative that it's not too much, and that does not have a specific personality, that does not reflect just you, is very neutral in taste. Just picture yourself going into a model home, you know what I mean? And remove all these specific, personal, unique things that are more like you, your family, your significant other, etc. When it comes to closet, you don't have to empty your closet. You could if you want to. That's just kind of like making things easier for you later when you're moving out, because you kind of boxed up most of those things. But honestly, you know, it looks realistic when you have clothes in your closet. That's okay. But as long as it's not just like, you know, overfill, like take half of everything all throughout your house. And that should kind of like make it better. So again, depersonalize is very important. I can't emphasize this enough. And then the other thing is find a pet sitter. Make sure that you also go through your house. Make sure that, you know, you have fresh paint throughout. Make sure you have a neutral color on your walls. Make sure you know, touch up on whatever it needs to, so that you don't even raise flags, okay? So again, all these videos that I do are just like super high and like just like an overview. It's very quick, very brief. I don't want to bore you guys with too much information or overwhelm you either. So at any time you guys have questions, or you know somebody that is trying to buy or sell a home, and has questions about the process, you know, I'm not doing this so you come with me. I really genuinely want to share knowledge with you guys, because, you know, not all the agents out there are looking for your best interest. And when you work with me, when you work with my team, we truly care for you. We want to make sure you're taken care of. We want to make sure that you, if you're buying, you make sure that it is truly what you want, that it's in the area that you want, that it's like exactly what you need and in your best interest. If you're selling, we want to make sure that you get the best, you know, the most that you can get, but realistically. We want to make sure that you sell your home fast. We want to make sure that everything is done the way that it is, not in our best interest, but in your best interest. And this is why I want to just share, like, you know, quick videos with some knowledge, things that are really important, things that I've noticed when I'm talking to people, common issues that I encounter, just because, you know, I just really want to make sure that buyers and sellers, they're like really educated, really aware of what's going on, and kind of, you know, give them a little bit of power. So if you find this very informational, beneficial, please share with your friends, please share with everybody. And I'm here to assist you with, you know, in any way that I can, answer any questions that I can answer. And, you know, it's not just me. Our team is like very, very knowledgeable, and we work with a lot of military, just not military as well. and I'm also certified as a military relocation professional through the National Association of Realtors. And, you know, for me as a veteran, it is very important that we take care of our veterans, our military members, and just anybody in general. So again, I'm just gonna leave it here and hope you remember some of these important things that you need to know before selling your home. Okay, have a good one.